Kimmel got booted off the air because he accused MAGA people.
President Trump said his New Year's resolution this year is peace on earth, and that lasted for just under 2 days. Turns out they're invade Venezuela bad. This is literally the plot of the movie Wag the Dog. So he attacks a smaller country to distract us, and here we are, distracted. On Saturday, Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro and his wife were captured by Delta Force at their home in Caracas and brought to New York. Trump watched the operation unfold in real time.
Kimmel got booted off the air because he accused MAGA people of being involved. And some major companies that carried his program said, we don't want him anymore. And then Disney put the arm on those companies, so Kimmel was suspended, and he came back. So the government didn't have anything to do with it. But Kimmel just didn't tell the truth. And how did the British people know? They don't know. Right? They don't know what happened. And then fascism, tyranny. So Kimmel knows the audience over there. This is not his American audience. It's a totally different audience. So he is bad-mouthing his own country abroad. I think that's pretty treacherous myself. Now, does it mean anything? It doesn't. Jimmy Kimmel has no weight. Nobody really cares what he says. Okay? But he's being disloyal. Absolutely disloyal to his country. You can't justify what he did. Now, if he's here, freedom of speech, dissent, all that, that's okay. It's okay. But you go abroad and you're running down your own country and you're not telling the truth? No.
I think that it's interesting. It was almost a near-death experience for me, and of course not literally, but I did feel a little bit like Tom Sawyer and Huck Finn watching their own funeral.
Yes, honestly speaking, I don't know why this guy is still on air. I thought the TDS in him, by now, it will be calm a little. Jimmy hasn't changed a little bit. Every single day, he continues to do this. He went to UK, started, talking against Trump, insulting America. At some point, I felt a type like, no matter how you disagree with someone, this is not how you talk about your own country. He didn't stop there. They wanted to give the guy an award. During his speech, he went off on Trump. Few hours ago, he had a segment. I believe you saw the beginning of the video. He went on Trump removing Madro in Venezuela. At some point, I don't know if people find this to be funny. Like, I don't even know why people even laugh during a show like this, because to me, nothing is funny at all. It gets so crazy, to see him do this frequently and people clapping.
I want to thank our president, Donald Jennifer Trump, without whom we would be going home empty-handed tonight. So thank you, Mr. President, for all the many ridiculous things you do each and every day. It's been a banner couple of weeks, and we can't wait to get back on the air tomorrow night to talk about them. Thank you, everyone.
I'm a little in shock about that. I was already upset about the Kennedy Center honor, and now we're bumping.
Could you make sense of any of it?
No, I can make sense out of it in that, I've done enough Shakespeare plays to know that power corrupts.
Shakespeare right next to you.
I know, exactly. But, it's the common theme of mankind is that, nothing that's happening to us as Americans or civilians isn't anything that hasn't happened to humanity. I mean, we're surrounded, history's littered with despots and selfish people and greedy people, and they make the rules for the kind people, and I keep wanting to say what a strange time we're living in, but then the great thing about being an actor is you get to do all these period movies and things. You realize that
about strange time.
Every time period is strange, my mother calls it the battle between the mysterious force for good and the mysterious force for darkness. And it's at some interplay. It's always happening.
I'm an American married to a Venezuelan, and I woke up this morning to a bunch of texts from my friends from the US that were like,
That was the same night Jimmy received this award. Everybody around the environment had to express themselves about what Trump did in Venezuela. They will continue to talk against Trump. I believe you've seen this actor. Reasons I don't talk about Hollywood people on this channel because of things like this. I don't know when these people will learn to face reality, when they see truth, call it truth. They will never do that.
I'm an American married to a Venezuelan, and I woke up this morning to a bunch of texts from my friends from the US that were like, I'm so sorry, we're praying for your husband and his family. And how do I tell them that my husband woke me up this morning with a glass of champagne?
I think this tells us a couple of things about the modern left. They're ignorant and brainwashed. Jeff, what do you mean? Well, for one, if they did a little bit of research, they would know that the vast majority of Venezuelans are happy about what's taking place. The second thing is they immediately text her and start apologizing and sending their condolences without really knowing what's happening. And that's because anything Trump does is bad. Trump can't do something good. They have been brainwashed into believing that every action Trump takes is bad, no matter what. If Trump did it, it's bad. If Trump affects someone, we need to apologize to that person because Trump is evil, orange, and the devil. They don't really engage in rational adult thought. It's kind of almost like a cult. Trump did it, it's bad, we got to condemn it. Trump did it, it's bad, we have to oppose it. So without doing a lick of research, without going on, they immediately assume whatever it was is bad and start apologizing to those people who were affected by Trump. The left does not encourage critical thinking amongst their ranks, their group, whatever. The left wants you to fall in line and be a good soldier and hate Donald Trump no matter what. At all times, we must be in opposition to the right. Even if they remove an oppressive, abusive, lying dictator who ran his country into the ground and took advantage of his people.
It's beautiful. It's not like they don't know the truth. They know the truth. But they can't accept because it is Trump. It gets boring at a certain level. Like, why will you be this way? When you see truth, be able to acknowledge it. I don't understand. Trump did something that a lot of people appreciate. Liberals will skip in. Oh, this, trashing, say a lot of bad things. Without even doing research, that has been the thing. I watched Jimmy Kimmel, this whole segment, to see if he will actually even appreciate Trump for what he did. The same talking points that I saw on CNN, The View, the same things Jimmy was spewing. That, to me, was just normal because I knew the mainstream media will always craft that narrative that they want their followers to follow through. As of the short clips you see at the end, that is for the white algorithm. I'm going to end the video here. I don't always like to make them long. You can skip.
For me, I swear to God, Democrats have been so hypocritical today, and I'm gonna point it out.
No one is going to miss a tyrant like Maduro.
Let your hatred and disdain for Donald Trump, an unsavory character, have you defending the dictator.
To our Democratic and liberal friends, to hopefully well-intentioned but poorly informed people, sit this one out.
Well, these guys are paid. They're so organized. I mean, it's less than even 24 hours. They got hundreds of signs made. It's almost like they have a print shop in the back of their People's Forum over here down in the city.
What brings you out here today? I'm organized with the Revolutionary Communists of America. We're out here to say hands off Venezuela, and we.
We should keep sentiment sometimes away and face reality on certain issues. This is something I never even thought of that will happen. When this lady won that election, this guy played the mafia and took the election away. I knew nothing can be done about that.
And Donald Jennifer Trump.
I'm a little in shock about that.
It's my wife. Wait to get back on the air tomorrow night to talk about them. Thank you, everyone.
This is about 100.
There you go.
$1,500.
Let's see if they get the. Well, I want to see them get it.
But MAGA's going to break up because of Donald Trump's criticism of Robin.
Considered either place. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it.
You and your husband were friends with Rob and Michelle Reiner, and
everybody knew that wasn't true.
A dangerous relative as a likely suspect. A tip that led to her brother Nick. Rob Reiner and Nick had a heated argument the night before at Conan O'Brien's Christmas party, being back on his own. In one incident, she said,
We should have said nothing.
The United States to take this family tragedy in which the president had made no comment.
When people ought to have.
Yes.
Absolute horror.
Hi, Mel Gibson. I'm in Italy, where the food supply hasn't been messed with. You know, there's no GMO stuff allowed. So the grain in the pasta is great.
Only going in there for oil. We know he going for oil. Two things can be right at the